Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Thank you for joining me for your Ancestors Messages Tarot reading. This is going to be a reading for the people born under the Chariot card and the Tower card. If you do not know what your Tarot birth card is, and if you are, or should I say, if you're interested in the decks I'm using, everything will be in the description box below, links to all the videos. So obviously, please do bear in mind this is a general reading. I'm going to be channeling messages from different ancestors, and if today's message does not resonate, it's just not the message for you. So with that being said, I hope you are all doing well. And if you would like to connect to the energies of my deck, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths as I shuffle it. So what do my querents born under the Chariot card and the Temperance card need to hear for their highest good from their ancestors, please? Okay. So the first energy we have is the blue lace agate, and this is tenderness. I'm going to put it here. And we have turquoise, good luck. Well, that's what I like to see. Right, let's grab the second oracle deck, and then obviously I will delve into the messages. I am sensing a lot of protection from a specific ancestor, somebody who is very caring, nurturing. So we'll see what this is. And with this deck we have card 29, Shadow Work, and card 31, Connection. Okay, let me put it here. Right. So there is something that needs to be addressed within yourself, okay? Something that you may have put into a drawer, locked, and got rid of the key, kind of thing. So for some of you, there is a message that in order to get a deep connection with someone, or even with yourself, I'll go in detail in a minute, something needs to be addressed. Now, we are all made of light and dark, and there should be absolutely no judgment when we do this. It is a bit the energy of the hermit, you know, when you cut off a little bit from social media, from all of the interactions that we get with our modern world, and turn within in order to look at what's going on. So as I said, it could be something that has been compartmentalized. It could be something you may be holding some guilt or some shame regarding something you did in the past, or a decision you made. Again, please do not think I'm judging, because there is absolutely no judgment here. We all make mistakes. That's how we grow. I don't even believe there are mistakes. I just believe that this is how we grow. And this is why we have this energy of tenderness. Be kind and compassionate to yourself. Do not judge yourself harshly if this is the case, you know, for you. There is definitely something good coming your way with the card of good luck and the connection. It could be a very beautiful partnership with someone, whether we're talking romantic, friendship, or even someone in your family, or it could be a beautiful partnership on the work level. The other thing I'm seeing is, for some of you, the other message I'm getting is that if you have been feeling a little bit disconnected from yourself, just generally speaking, doing the shadow work and treating yourself kindly is going to help you reconnect with your higher self. Because sometimes we get completely cut off our higher self, and our conscious self, driven by the ego, goes in a direction that is not necessarily the right one for us. And at some point we have to address that. and you can see clearly the bridge between where the hearts are on each side. So this could be the connection between your higher self and your conscious self, or this could be somebody significant. But let's grab the tarot to clarify all of this. So can you clarify those messages for my Aquarians, please? And you see, I'm attracted to numbers. I'm really into numbers, generally speaking. But at 29, 2 plus 9 is 11, which in turn diminishes to number 2, which is the number of a duality, which is, you know, what I was talking to you about if you are feeling this disconnection with your higher self. It's also the number of relationships and making decisions. So, you know, a connection, a relationship. And then you have 31, which diminishes to a number 4, which is double number 2. That's the strong foundation for something, the stability. So from this shadow work, I see stability and a deep, meaningful and committed connection coming along, whether it's within yourself or with someone. And it is all very auspicious with the card of good luck. And obviously, if you own the crystals like turquoise or blue lace agate, you can carry them with you to multiply and intensify the energies of the cards. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. Unsurprised to see this card pop up under good luck. The Page of Wands and the Five of Swords. Bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work that you may not be aware of, but definitely here we have the Six of Pentacles. Yes, I'm unsurprised to see this energy as well. I'm going to start with this. The 6 represents harmony that comes after we overcome some kind of disruption, whether it's a change or a challenge if we went against the grain of it. And you have a 5 here, and this is you overcoming it. So 6 is harmony. It's a beautiful number, always positive. The coins represent the everyday life, your physical realm. So it could be to do with your home life or your work life or your financial assets or your projects, your business, education, all of that. So the 6 of Pentacles talks about the perfect equilibrium between giving and receiving, movement and periods of rest. This is just a harmonious life, just generally speaking, the end of a challenge, you know, like a nice stable phase coming your way, which again I was getting that idea of stability with the number 4 here with the card of connection. So I can see how this is all weaved in together. Let me squish it a bit so you can see it. So we begin with the Queen of Swords. Now, obviously, I'm talking about the energy of the card. There's no genders attached in these readings. Sword is the mental body. Now, the Queens represents patience and understanding. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who gains clarity, someone who has the clarity, someone who's intelligent, someone who sees things for what they are, who's not going to get ruled by their emotions, and someone who will take decisive action, because one of the elements of the sword suit is that they are decisive people. If they see something that's wrong, they're going to take action. So I see this as you looking at what it is that you need to address with the shadow work, and your ancestors are saying you're being a little bit stern about this, because the Queen of Swords is someone who's going to be stern about it. It's not a bad energy at all. Actually, I'm a big fan of the Queen of Swords, generally speaking, but it is, it's not, you know, it's not a nurturing queen. This is somebody who will take action, get rid of what no longer serves them, and move on. And because this is placed, you know, with the card of tenderness, this is your ancestors saying to you, hey, drop your guard, because the Queen of Swords is also very often depicted with her sword up, which she has here. And as you can see, even from the pictures, she looks very stern. She has a black veil. So this is a message for you to lighten up and be kinder to yourself, because things are changing. You have the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana, which indicates a bigger impact on your life path, longer term effect, as the minors Arcana just deal with the everyday situations, people and event. Now the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by number 10, which is the end of a cycle and the beginning of another, obviously, because when something ends, something else begins. And so the Wheel of Fortune being here, this is saying to me that it is time for a cycle to wrap up and something else is afoot. Now, the question is are you going to jump on the wheel and grab it and go with it, or are you going to resist it? Because I always say to people, change is very good, but if you go against it, it can become a challenge. Now, you have this with the card of good luck. It couldn't be more auspicious for you. This is saying that a new cycle, very good for you, very positive, very promising, is opening up, which obviously is fantastic, because as I can tell from the messages that we're having here, you've been hard on yourself. There's something that's been on your mind, or you've been judging yourself and you've been very hard on yourself, and this is really a message to you to look within, do not judge, and accept that whatever happened was part of your development. And then we have this Page of Wands, which is bringing you the change. Now the pages, they represent new direction, because they can be the bearer of news, and the Page of Wands is always associated with good news, because Wands is fire energy. It represents passion, something exciting, and also your spirit. So this is a new direction, a bit of news that comes your way that really excites you. Now, it can be coming through different forms. It could be text, emails, or it could be meeting somebody. But this is going to be very exciting for you, which obviously is very nice. It's all linked with that good luck, the Wheel of Fortune. Something else here is afoot, which is going to bring about this period of harmony in your life and more balance. It's going to free you up. That's what I'm saying. You're going to be moving on. And then we have the Five of Swords. Now, 5 is the energy of disruption or change, depending on what your previous situation was. Because, one could say that change is worrying, because you don't know where you're going. But if your previous situation was not so good, then change is welcome, right? Because it's going to free you up from whatever was going on in your life that was keeping you unhappy. This is how I read the 5. Now, this is the Swords energy, like the Queen, so this is to do with thoughts, experiences, and how you view them, your knowledge and truth and communication. Now, the 5 of Swords talks about some kind of breakthrough. Now, this is a breakthrough that may not please everybody. I'm just going to be honest about this, because, the swords can cut, and sometimes it represents having to do something for you. And yes, people will have something to say about it, because, opinions are like belly buttons. We all have one. That's what I like to say. But this is the card that really says this is a breakthrough, and it is you doing you, basically, which is very important. And that's why I was getting that message with connection, that it could be something to do with your higher self and your conscious self, and you reconciling the two, because you forgive yourself for whatever it is that has been done, or whatever decision that you made, or that kind of thing. But the 5 of Swords is not a bad energy at all. As I said, it depends on how your situation was before, but I can see how this is unfolding with a new direction, a bit of news, and this brings you the breakthrough, the mental breakthrough that you needed in order to get that connection going. Now, if this is with somebody, same thing. This is you basically experiencing a victory over what was blocking you from making this connection with someone else. Yeah, so, and as I said, this is all very good with the good luck card over there, and definitely a new cycle. So I'm going to close out your reading by putting out a couple of extra messages for you. So can we have some closing messages, please, for my Aquarians? The 5 of Swords also, sometimes when you look at it the other way, I always look at it from the point of the victory that you get, and it's at a cost, like other people may not agree with what you do. But if you look at it from the point of view of the people who are defeated, I see this as you defeating the side of yourself that was actually judging yourself so harshly. I hope this makes sense. I had to say it and put it in order in my head so that it comes out. But yeah, this is a victory over how harshly you were looking at yourself or at something, and being freed from it. I hope this makes sense. It's a message for someone out there. Alright. So, what do we have? We have the full moon in Libra, find a balance, which I will comment on in a minute. And we have the full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. So you've got two full moons. So if you do rituals or you like to meditate, a full moon might be a good time for you to do that. It also means that you may be more receptive to the messages from your ancestors. Now, find the balance. You have this scale symbolism that comes as well with the Six of Pentacles here, which is, as I said, the underlying energy. This is where your ancestors are trying to get to the point where things are balanced. There are no extremes, no harsh judgment, you know, like balancing out how harshly you judge yourself or something that happened, and actually nurturing what happened and understanding it was part of the development of whether it is your development or the development of a relationship with somebody. And cool your emotions. Now this is them saying that you may feel a bit raw about it, and that's perfectly fine, okay? But this is a message from them saying, okay, you may feel a little bit fiery about this, and it is important, it's time for a bit of tenderness. Notice the color. You have the passion, the red from the fire element of Aries, and then here you've got this cool lavender blue of the blue lace agate, which is calming down your emotions. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you found this helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I'm so humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a wonderful end of the month, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.